It's that time of year, the cows are in the shed. I think it's a good time for us to catch up on the calves that I bought last winter. Hello, I'm Griff Rees, welcome to Gwynny Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living, and we do reviews as well. Now the cows have just come in to the shed last weekend. We had a TB test on Monday, we got another one today. Fingers crossed everybody passes. So I'm planning on selling 2 calves now in the next 6 weeks or so, as long as we pass the TB test. And the cows looking good. The 3 that are supposed to give birth have given birth, their calves are coming on great. And the calves that I bought last winter, they're coming up to a year old now. Some of them are a year old, others around about 10, 11 months old, and they've grown really well considering the diet they've had. They've just been on grass, nothing else. The only cake or grain they've had is when they were in the shed last winter as calves. And I think it's a good time now for us to have a look at them and maybe have a chat in the comments of how do you think they're coming on? Have I done anything wrong, or should I have done something extra? And just get your general comments on the calves. It's great to have a discussion over those types of things. Well, that's it. Nothing to talk about out here. Let's go in the shed and have a look at them. Oh, that's 3 of them right there. That's the Aberdeen Angus. That's the limousine. That's one of the Herefords. That's another one of the Herefords there. The best conformation. We put a bit of weight on now over the winter. And that's the shot on. Didn't sell the shot on this year for good money. So this being a bull calf at the minute, it'll be a steer by the end of the week. I wonder what kind of money I'll have for him. No one wanted the shot on heifer when I sold that. That's the Belgian Blue. She's one of, well, she's a year older than the rest of the calves. It's a real bad one. Kept her a bit longer. Her batch of calves was sold in the spring. She's going to go now, soon as once I pass the TB test. I don't know what it is about short-ons. The short-on I had last year was really sucky as well. Something very nice about the breed there. Alright, there's 2 of the Herefords together there. Eating away at the bed then, they're not supposed to. One of the fresh calves there. That's the limousine. He was the one that was very poorly over the winter. He hasn't come on great. He's definitely much smaller than the Herefords. The back end there. Hereford is probably twice as long on the back end there as this limb. I think this limb will be with me for longer than I want to. Yeah, like that's how I like to see him at this time of year. Yeah, let's find some more. There. There's my favourite Hereford from the batch. Get side on him. Yeah, he'd be a nice steer in the spring now, guaranteed. And compare him to that one. Not as meaty. He's the meatiest of them all. Oh, there's the Aberdeen Angus behind him. We'll get a shot of her. She's doing a lovely heifer calf. Be a good breeding heifer for someone wanting an Aberdeen Angus. Only thing with Aberdeen Angus I found, whether it's just me here, the Aberdeen Angus I had last year was a bit wild, and this one's the same. Right, I'll show you some other calves now. On one of the videos that I had when I pulled the calf, that's him there. Go on ahead, believe it or not. He's almost getting the same size as the calves that are a year old, and he's only a few months old. Right, this size of him coming on. He'll be castrated this week as well, but he's coming on absolutely great. The size of him. The calf I've got big hopes for is this one there. She's AI on the farm here as well, Tom's Choice Jet by Cogent. And he is got a lovely shape to him. So boys, what's it bad? Oh, look at him. The shape on him. Totally different to the dairy calves or dairy cross that I'm buying in. You can see by him. He is full beef. Cracking back end on him. With lots of steaks and meat of him in a year's time. He's the best confirmation of everyone in here. And the latest calf that I got, it's only a couple of weeks old, is this Hereford cross limb. So the 3 calves that I bred here are from Tom's Choice Jet with Cogent. So he is, I suppose, the purest limb. His mother's a black limb and he's come out a black bull calf. He's got the same father as this Hereford cross. And he's come through this time a proper Hereford. Back end on him, it's not too bad. He'd be a big calf. Look at the size of this limb here. He's coming on great. And I think that's it then. Showing you the Herefords, so these are almost a year old. Glass based. He's got his top lip up. That's where we've got to castrate these now. Maybe quiet in the pen here then. And no one wants to buy them, I don't think. No one wants bull calves. They're just not harder to keep. Can't put them in with your heifers just in case they catch one. So it just makes it more appealing for people to buy them when it comes to selling. Well, that's them. That's how they're looking like now at roughly a year old. I think they're coming on okay considering the diet they've had. They've just been outside all spring and summer. No attention, no cake. They've been wormed once. They'll get wormed again now. I'm going to give it a few weeks in the shed. Because as I understand it, if I fluke them now, if I only use the type of worm that I like is the poron, that doesn't kill the adults, it doesn't kill the eggs, so that you don't break the cycle. So if you wait about 4 weeks, there's no more eggs in there, and then when you worm them, you kill all the fluke, all the worms, etc. So there's no need to do it again. That's how I think. Comment in the section if I'm wrong. So I'm going to keep them in here for 4 weeks, worm everybody, and hopefully that's it for the winter then. They won't need worming or fluking again. Now my plan with these calves, now I mentioned I'm going to sell 2. I'm going to sell the Belgian Blue that you saw in there. Just because I kept her back because she wasn't good enough to go in the spring. She's still not good enough really, but she cost 30 quid or it's 35 as a calf when I bought her. She hasn't cost that much to maintain, but if I keep her another winter, there's going to be extra feed, extra cost on top of her, so I just got to cut my losses, sell her now straight away. And the Aberdeen Angus that you saw in there, she is going to go now straight away as well. I would like to keep her, but how I house cattle here is loose housing all in one big shed. Unfortunately, she is taking milk from the milking cows there that's got calves, and at her size now she's just going to be taking too much milk, and the cow's calf is going to struggle getting enough milk. So the calves that I bred myself, those 3 are going to be worth the most money, so I got to look after them, make sure they get enough mother's milk in them. So because she's stealing a bit, she's got to go as well. The rest of the bull calves will be steers by the end of the week. I'm going to sell them on in spring, get them a bit bigger now in the over the winter. They're not moving that much compared to when they're out in the field. They're just going to be lying eating grass for a few months. That's going to be great for putting a little bit extra weight on them. And if I get any kind of close prices that I got this year for when I sold calves, I mean, that's the best prices I've ever had. So talking a little bit about prices, when I sold the equivalent of these but 6 months older in spring, we were having, I think, 700 to 750 for them. The short horn I was disappointed with. I think I had 450 for that. But yeah, we average 650 to 750 on dairy bought calves, and that's the best kind of money I've had selling those types of calves, because normally we average 550, 650. So the calves this year were at least 150, 250 pound more per head. A lot of people saying trade's been fantastic this year. It's 2020. If you're watching this video in a few years' time, 2020, middle of lockdown, who would have thought it? Trade of beef went straight up. Great time to sell. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I need to finish bedding down. It's not quite good enough there yet before I go on and do something else. And if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to upload a new video every week. Thanks for watching.